Hi YouTube family, this is D Joy. So this is going to be a new video for me. I don't know if it's something that I will continue, we'll see. But I have been intrigued by the cash envelope stuffing videos. I've been just watching them, and I'm just like, I wonder if this is something that I can do to challenge myself as far as I'm where I put my money, or setting aside money for things that I know that's going to come up. I'm not going to do so much the stuffing on the envelope for budget, but more the sinking fun envelopes. That's what I'm going to be doing. So basically, this is just going to be a random video, just introducing a series. You know, like I said, hopefully there's something I will continue doing. We will see. Hopefully I won't get overwhelmed, but again, we will see. Originally, like I said, I started looking at it. I don't know who was the first video I looked at, but I'm like, and ever since then I've been just watching different people doing the stuffing, counting and stuffing envelopes. But like I said, mine is going to be more for sinking fund than for budgeting, I guess. Hopefully I have the concept down correctly. And also do kind of a budget challenge, I guess, as far as writing down the money that I'm spending to see it actually on paper. Because the way I usually do my budget is I have this piece of paper, and I have these that I get at Dollar Tree. I keep it by my nightstand, and usually I do paycheck 1, paycheck 2, turn it over, paycheck 1, paycheck 2, because usually the bills are consistent as far as what I'm paying out. And this is usually how I usually do my budget. And basically whatever is left over, I know, say for instance, just an example, after I pay all my bills, if I have $100 left over, I know I have $100 to spend for the next 2 weeks until, you know, I get paid again. And that's just an example. So that's basically how I basically been doing my budget. So I said, well, let me see if I can break down what I spend, where I spend it, and kind of total up, and you know, see if I can make some changes, or if I'm doing or what I've been doing is okay. You know, I don't really need to change anything. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, it's been working out. I've been pretty much making it, but you know, the challenge is like writing it down, and you'll see that right now it has been a fail, and it truly is a challenge for me. So I got this little planner at Target. Thought it was real cute. And so it was an actual planner on the inside, but I took that planner out because I had already bought a budget planner. Just remove that. Have already bought a budget planner, and it was like under $3, these little budget planners. And I bought 3 of them. And so the first one I really messed up on. But like I said, I started looking at the sinking fund envelope stuffing, and so I said, well, let me add that to it, so that way, you know, even though I do things for like my granddaughter's birthday, or when my birthday come around, I'll splurge a little something for myself for Christmas, but to kind of, I guess, break it down and have that money actually set aside, just seeing it physically, you know, on paper, that I thought would be a kind of a challenge and a neat idea. And you know, just to physically see where my money is going on paper. So just to do the planner first, like I said, this was under $3, and I figured, like I said, I can, because I'm new to this, I can use this to kind of get my feet wet, to kind of figure out what I need to do or don't need to do. And so that's basically what this is. So, and then I got myself some stickers, And the first one is live a life that inspires you. You're exactly where you need to be. So I thought that's a little bit of inspiration to remind myself if I get a little overwhelmed, you know, kind of look at that. And then on the inside, like I said, the first one I did it monthly. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, maybe I need to do like per pay period for that month. And so my first pay period and then the last one. And so that's how I did it for the whole year up until September of next year. And I said I will reevaluate to see if this works or if it don't. But like I said, because I'm getting my feet wet, I don't really know. I'm pretty much lost at this point. But my financial goal for sure is I know I want to continue to pay down the principal on my home. And then I did a consolidated loan, and I want to, if not pay that down, I want to, if I can't pay it off, at least pay it down enough to where I would be paying it off quicker than what the timetable is that, you know, I have to pay it off. So that's what I wrote here. Cause I said I kind of like, if I look at it, I can see what it is I'm trying to do, and maybe, you know, I can challenge myself to cut back where I need to, or, you know, things like that. But, you know, we'll see. On this page, it has the subscription, yearly subscription. And like I said, again, this is stuff that I don't really think about when I get that email, hey, your subscription is coming up on such and such date. I'm like, okay, I know I need to make sure the money's in the bank, but to write it, to actually physically write it down, you know, this is interesting because I go back and I'm like, okay, I'm spending this on this and this on this. And, you know, I may get to the point where I look at it, it's like, do I really need to spend money here and there? Even though this is yearly, so it's only coming out once a year. But like I said, we'll see. Like I said, this, I'm just getting my feet wet. Here, they have a little calendar that you fill out yourself and whatever you need. But usually I use my phone. But again, if I can't pull out my phone, or if I'm at the house, I can just open this up, just kind of glance and look what's going on, you know. And here, my month, like I said, I decided to do pay period. And also here, I decided to print out some verses for financial success. And so I just have several verses, and back here. So I will, for each month, I will find a verse about financial success, whatever I think I just need to kind of remind myself about, and just kind of tape it up there. And for this one, it was Proverbs 3, 9, and 10. It says, honor the Lord with thy substance and with thy first fruit of all thy increase. And so, like I said, as I open it, kind of glance and look, you know, I can read that and remind myself of that, of what I need to do on my part. Here, the source of income, I put work and then other source of income. And then this is where you write down all any income that's coming in, no matter how it's coming. For me, I have work. Then I pulled some money over for savings. I have a change jar, which is like my coins, dollar bills. And then I have one that I separate the pennies. And I went ahead and just counted all that, put that in the bank. Like I said, my other source of income. And then this was an investment. And like I said, I'm not going to put the amount because that is private, because, you know, that's my business. I'm just sorry to say that's my privacy. But, and then at the end, you total up your income, because I got one more check coming. And I guess this is where, once you fill this monthly spending out, like I said, I'm new to this, that's when you kind of transfer all this. See, I don't know, but to me, this is a lot of work. It's really a lot of work. You total up your bills, your food. And like I said, I haven't gotten to this point because the month is not over with. And so here is where you your monthly spending. So there's some things that I know that's going to come out, so I already start pre-filling those. But there's some categories like that really does not pertain to me, like children, you know. So maybe when I get a new budget planner, it'll be more blank where I can customize it to my needs. And so, but you know, like I said, this is something to get my foot wet, just kind of look, and you know, I can cross out and, you know, basically mess it up until I get when I'm familiar with it and get a system going. Here is where, this is where you start writing down everything that you spend. And this is basically where I pretty much kind of just gave up and just kind of was a failure, because when you get down here, from the 4th until the 7th, I didn't put anything down. I had my granddaughters over the weekend, Sunday, Monday, and I just didn't. I was not concerned about this, and so I didn't bother with it. So, you know, when you're a grandparent, you just spend money on your grandkids, and that's just the way it is. So, on this little sticky note, these are bills that's getting ready to come up that I already got an email let me know that these bills are getting ready to come up. So I just put on the sticky note, so once it actually hits the bank or whatever, then I'll just date it and say this is what's coming out. But I just kept it there as a reminder. And like I said, this is how I usually do a budget. So this is kind of an example. Like I said, pay period 1, I put the date of my actual pay period. 2 and 3, and like I said, because I know that these are consistent, so this doesn't change. And like I said, usually what I do is whatever my paycheck is for that pay period, I know I have to subtract all of that, and whatever the balance is, whatever is left, I know that's what I have to work with until the next pay period. And so I guess I kind of want to just start writing down where I'm actually spending my money and where maybe I can cut back or maybe save. I mean, I don't know yet, because like I said, I'm just now getting my foot wet. And then you basically start all over. In the back here, I have auto pay on some of my bills, and I know that I have one card that's designated for that won't be touched unless unless an emergency come up. But other than that, monthly I know and have an estimate of what's going to come out of that. And then my other one I set aside for food, gas, and miscellaneous, which could be clothes or whatever. But you know, at least I designate a card for, you know, what I want them to be done. This over here basically is basically this, but permanently affixed, that I know first check, second check, the time where I get that extra paycheck, which is twice a year, you know, I work that out. But at least I know these are consistent. This doesn't change as far as when I pay what. The other thing where basically what this video is really more about is starting a sinking fund stuffing cash. I hope I'm saying that right. And so this is where, let me turn this over, because I had to do it backwards in order for it to fit. Because eventually I will get some binders and kind of put a binder there. But until then, this is just how I have it set up, and I'm fine with it, so I'm not in no rush. But my envelopes is basically what this is. Like I said, I want to set aside so much money for my granddaughters for their birthday and for Christmas. Something for my birthday, because I really only splurge on myself once a year. Every blue moon, if it's something I need to replace, like clothing and stuff, you know, that's different, but it don't happen too often. But my birthday, I do kind of try to splurge a little bit. Christmas petty. Christmas is more for my niece and nephew. I give them a little change. Here, my debt payoff. This is where I want to knock out that one that I took, that consolidated loan. And so once I reach this, I'm basically going to take that, put it towards the principal of that loan to start paying it down. Petty cash, it's basically like, say for instance, overspend on the girl's birthday or something. Then, you know, I have that to kind of cover, you know, that's basically what that's for, or anything that comes up, you know, petty cash. And I probably will eventually up that, but for right now I'm just starting with 300. Car for tags, oil change, but anything major, I do have a card that's actually set aside for that. But this is for like the basic stuff. My pets, I have 7 dogs and 2 cats, and so for their microchips and their shots, and I definitely want to make sure I set that money aside, because every time it comes up, you know, it's like I have the money, but I don't know, it's not so much as a surprise, but I don't really set aside the money for it, I guess you say. But the money's there, but I don't set aside saying, you know, I need to keep this for this and that. So this is kind of like, I look at it and say, this is what I need to, set aside. And they getting ready to do their shenanigans, the cats. So that's what that's for. I also want to try to do the $5 challenge, but I'm gonna wait till next year to do that, because I was looking at that and I'm like, whoa. I think it's the one for 26 weeks, and I'm like, whoa. So I think I need to start that next year. But I do want to do that, and probably the main thing as far as what I want to do with that is to help with the debt payoff. So, I mean, whatever I save up on that challenge will just go towards that, just to pay off that debt quicker. And so, sorry, you can really hear my cats. They decided they want to play now. So, like I said, so I've already pre-did. And I said, I'll probably just leave it like this because I think it's kind of cute. I don't know. We'll see. I was going to say, so I've already did the envelopes. I've already put them together. And I said, it's the same thing that's here. And also, oh, let me forget. I'm also not going to withdraw money. I prefer to keep my money in the bank. So I am going to use prop money. This little container I got from Amazon. And so my prop money I will keep in here. And this is what I will be stuffing the envelopes with, just kind of like a hole replacement to know who gets what as far as sinking fund, so that way I can keep track that I'm on the right road. So like I said, I've already started, and I said this is prop money. And so, and I actually kind of like, I think that's kind of cute. I said it's a challenge. It's a challenge. And just kind of glance. So like I said, I've already started. So next time I do a video, I will actually go in and stuff. It's not going to be a whole lot, but you know, it's a start of something. My $5 challenge, even though I'm not starting the actual challenge, but I am going to start pulling out $5 whenever I have it and just stuffing it in there. But the actual challenge I'll start next year. And my petty cash. So yeah, that is actually what I'm going to be doing. And so hopefully you will like to follow along and just see me, guide me, encourage me, you know. And yeah, so we see what we can do with this. So thank you for coming by, and I hope to see you on the next video.